The Whisperers Beneath the Concrete. On July 30th, 1975, the air in Detroit felt thick, as if the city itself were holding its breath. Jimmy Hoffa stood in the parking lot of the Matches Red Fox restaurant, a cigarette between his fingers. The ash had long since fallen, but he didn't notice. Old voices churned in his mind, union halls roaring with applause, threats whispered over telephones, laughter drifting from dark back rooms. He knew it was a trap, but Hoffa had always believed power could be managed face to face. That was his first mistake. Officially, he was waiting to meet two mob bosses, Tony Provenzano, Anthony Giacalone, old associates, old enemies. Unofficially, Jimmy Hoffa had been watching something else for weeks. Not people, patterns. Beneath Detroit ran forgotten tunnels, old sewer lines, Prohibition-era passages, and chambers built long before the auto factories. Teamsters' money had constructed many things and buried many more. Hoffa had learned through a confidential FBI source that concrete pours were behaving strangely at certain construction sites. Fresh foundations cracked on their own. The ground seemed unwilling to accept what was forced into it. An engineer vanished. A geologist went insane. A cement truck driver claimed something was moving below. The mob knew. The politicians knew. And Hoffa had asked too many questions. When the black Cadillac arrived, Jimmy got in. They didn't restrain him. They didn't threaten him. They simply drove. They stopped beyond the city limits, in a half-abandoned industrial zone where a new stadium foundation was being excavated. It was night, yet floodlights illuminated the pit. The hole was too deep, too symmetrical. Men in suits stood in a ring, not just mobsters. A congressional advisor was there, a military contractor, an unnamed man from Washington who seemed to have no history at all, and Frank Sheeran. "Jimmy," Frank said quietly, "you shouldn't have come." Hoffa already felt it, the vibration. Below the ground, there was not silence, but a tension. At the bottom of the pit lay stone slabs arranged in spirals, carved with alien geometry. Not Roman, not native, not human. The political bargain was simple. They needed the Teamsters' infrastructure, ports, shipping routes, concrete. The country was expanding faster than people could think. Highways, military bases, research facilities no one was supposed to know about. All of it placed precisely over locations where something had once stood. Hoffa understood. He was not the target. He was the witness. "You're not just killing me," he rasped. "You're sealing something." The man from Washington nodded, or awakening it. A deep, low-frequency hum rose from the pit, not heard with ears, but felt in bone. The air warped. The floodlights flickered. Hoffa collapsed to his knees. In his mind appeared cities beneath oceans, towers bent at impossible angles, entities that did not exist in form, only in intention. Ancient laborers, cosmic architects. What humanity called civilization was merely a byproduct. The mob wanted money. The politicians wanted control. But something else wanted structure. They did not shoot Hoffa. They did not dismember him. They laid him at the center of the spiral. The concrete did not bury him. The concrete accepted him. Officially, Jimmy Hoffa disappeared. Unofficially, no body was ever recovered. But since then, certain parts of Detroit behave strangely. Buildings subtly shift. Whispers echo in underground garages. And sometimes, very rarely, in a union office somewhere, a telephone rings by itself. There is no voice on the other end, only a slow, deep pulse, as if someone below is still counting footsteps.